The thing I want to complain about today is YouTube viewership during this period. So what do you do when you get home from a trip to Taiwan and everything is closed? It's such a huge shock this time, like culture shock almost, because it's like you leave Taiwan where everything's operating, oh my god, the wind. I'll try and get my back to the wind. Everything's operating completely normally in Taiwan. No issues really for the most part going anywhere. Restaurants are open, grocery stores are open, everything's completely fine. And then come home and everything's shut down. It's all closed. Like, I mean, stuff is still open. It's not like we're under lockdown. I don't have to shelter in place or whatever they're calling it. So none of that's going on here, but the restaurants are all closed. Grocery stores have modified hours, all that stuff. So, you know, you kind of start to wonder, well, my team's got off for a few days to recover from Taiwan. So what the hell do I do? And I guess this is it. I guess this is what I do. Go to a mostly abandoned shopping mall and screw around in the parking lot. In terms of YouTube and traveling, we really didn't have any issues while we were traveling. Oh my god, the wind's coming this direction. It's so bad. I'm trying to make a video. So we had some factories we had restricted access. Someone's doing donuts here. That's funny. A lot of donuts here. So yeah, some factories there's restricted access. A couple of places we were required to wear masks, and that was really it. I mean, I think there was one or two factories that didn't want to see Americans at all, even though we had been there for 14 days, which is the quarantine period. They still didn't want to see us. And then a couple of the like repair shops, same thing. We had stuff lined up where they were like, oh yeah, come by, you can film the recycling process of electronic waste. That was going to be really cool. And then they asked our translator, hey, by the way, where are the guys you're bringing from? And he said, America. And then they're like, nope, not right now, sorry. Which is fine, I get it. But for the most part, everything was open to us. We didn't really have access issues. So yeah, there wasn't really any impact like being there. And coming home was fine too. The airplanes were empty, the airports were empty. Our flights got canceled last minute. We had 12 hours, actually less than that. It's more like 10 hours to make a flight change. I got a flight 6 hours from when, it was 10 hours from then, so we needed to leave in 6 hours. And we hadn't packed, we weren't prepared to leave. We thought we'd have a day to screw around and relax, but that didn't happen. So we took the next flight out of there, and it was one of the last ones leaving the country, and everything worked out fine. The airports were empty, airplanes were empty. 2 days later, U.S. starts talking about banning international travel, and I'm sure the airports are jammed now. So I'm really glad our airline, they must have known before we did, because they canceled the flights really early. And Taiwan closed its borders too. So we got out right on time and when it was all empty, which is awesome, because that minimizes exposure risk. So that's great. So dead. So, look at all these customers. One, no, I think he's just sleeping here actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 8 or 9 cars I see there. Wow, some of those are probably employees. They keep cleaning stuff inside. So yeah, so anyway, that's a story for the trip. Now, starting to overheat here. I'm at like 130 degrees and this shuts off at 135. So I think I'm gonna pull over in the shade and camp for a bit. But actually, I'm gonna go ride around on the gravel road. But so fortunately, I run the company in a way that's safe financially. I expected a recession 2 to 4 years ago, so I started saving then. So we're in a great spot right now, and that's cool. We don't have to do any layoffs or anything like that, like a lot of other companies are doing right now. So we're in a good spot. We have enough money for a while. We're going to be okay. But that said, I want to get that out of the way first. Viewership's extremely low. Like, man, that was disheartening to see the Bits Power Factory tour. It got stuck at 60,000 views. I was expecting 150. And then we changed the title and the thumbnail to sensationalize it more. Sorry, by the way. And that picked us up to 80,000 views. Still below expectations, but we recovered it decently. I lost a little bit of money on it. Not much, but staff time, travel cost, high-speed rail cost, all that stuff. I lost somewhere between $200 and $700 on it. I'm not really sure, but whatever. That's fine. The one that was worse was, what was that? Paint Factory. Okay, yeah. So the Paint Factory was like one of the worst performances we published in like a year. Incredibly disappointing. You know, it's just, the problem is it's content that takes a lot of work to make, and it costs a lot. Like that trip cost us something like 20 grand. We had commenters, when I said that, who were like, how can it possibly cost that much? Well, I'm paying the salary of 3 people overseas for 2 weeks. So, and they're paid pretty well. So, I mean, that plus hotel costs 2 weeks for 4 people. We do an Airbnb, but you know, same idea. Flight ticket costs, it's not cheap to fly to Asia. Anyway, it costs a lot, and it took a lot of effort. So, yeah, the downside is to not get that payoff is a huge deal. We're going to be fine even though we're losing a couple grand on the trip. It's okay. It'll pay off long term because relationship value with the companies we met. So don't worry about that. But it does mean I'm going to delay publishing of other factory tours for a while. Anyway, yeah, we're delaying that for a while because the strategy I'm taking to deal with low view count. So first of all, I think low view count is because we're competing with global, international news right now, coverage non-stop of human malware. I can't compete with that at all. I can't compete with the panic. So, because I can't compete with the panic, what I don't want to do is publish all of our hard-fought factory tour content that took, you know, thousands of dollars and really a whole lot of work on all of our parts. Andrew just killed it with filming. Keegan killed it with editing. Patrick was there learning how factory tours work, doing training, and I'm not going to publish that stuff and settle for 40, 50,000 views because even though we can afford to do it, it's really doing the content a disservice over something that will pass. So the strategy is going to be to hold all of that content until this kind of blows over. And in the interim, unfortunately, and I apologize for this, I'm going to have to pivot to some coverage that's got CV in the title. So it'll be relevant. We worked really hard to research stuff on the ground in Taiwan, learn about the actual numbers of offset manufacturing, like how many million units have been offset as a result of this. So it's good reporting. It's stuff that other guys won't have because we were there to see it all and talk to the CEOs and PMs and engineers, and that's cool. It's not what I want to publish, but we did a great job on it. I'd rather publish factory tours, but you know, we're a business too. People want to watch this stuff right now, and I can't compete with 24/7 panic-driven coverage in mainstream media. I just can't. There's people who never watch the news who are watching it 24/7 now. So yeah, I guess that's the news. That's how we're going to deal with it. We are in a secure spot. The industry is going to take an economic hit. I definitely am happy I said don't panic buy hardware, because a lot of people are losing their jobs right now and, you know, can't even find food. They're going to need to be able to buy that. So it's the panic that's causing more issues, I think. I'm not an expert, but that's just personal opinion. So we're going to weather it, hold some content back, probably slow publication cycle, because there's no point settling for half the views for the same content. And just for fun, maybe I'll start like a RIP PCMR or RIP J or RIP somebody and do folding at home with liquid nitrogen. Feed into the trend a bit and have some fun with it. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel for more stuff. I mean, it's warm again. Biking content can come up, especially because I've got better camera angles now. I don't know how the audio is with this. I've never done an e-bike video before, so I don't know if the audio is going to survive, but we'll find out. But yeah, so subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. And I hope everyone's doing okay right now. We'll see you all next time.